family, 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 family.
Oh.
Not endorsed by Andy or Chris.
So we have to comment. A lot of people refer to that company as more like drinking the Kool-Aid. They do good stuff too, though. They really do.
Sure they do.
You know, so it's just
one thing that I think that is interesting about that company. I looked at that outfit years ago, and I did like the idea that it is agent centric. There's a lot of cool stuff they do there. The one thing that kept holding me back from ever joining something like that was the way that they pay you. They structure it kind of like a pyramid where you can make money, have somebody below you, just like EXP and just like Exit Realty. And there's like you recruit somebody in, and then you make money off of them. And there's so many people deep you can go. So what essentially the broker does is employs them, the real estate agents, as their recruiters, which is brilliant. I've actually stolen a page from their book on that, where I have the agents on my team do recruiting and lots of training. When you look at those big companies, they do tons of training, and they do charge for their training a lot of times. So, that's a profit center for them, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'd rather be, in the loop and know what's going on than to be some dummy sitting in my house by myself and have nothing to do.
Very true.
Right?
If you ever feel like your job is pointless, just remember that realtors in major cities are going to drive to a 2.33 bedroom starter home that's been on the market for 126 days with one price cut of $15,000 with 8% mortgage rates, and do a 4-hour open house this weekend. I've had those open houses where you just know, you got to do it, you got to get it out there, but maybe it's not priced correctly or it's not staged right. Those are horrible. I won't do those anymore. Refuse. It's not just a waste of time. You're sitting there doing nothing. You just hurt everyone.
Well, this is what I tell everybody this. I go, talk about it out loud. I mean, in theory, you have a sign in the front yard. You have your websites. You have all that information that's available. Somebody that's really interested will call, and they will say, hey, do you mind showing me this property? With or without an agent. I think the information is going to still be gathered, right? They're still going to make that call or reach out. On the other hand, an open house, somebody's on their way to a wedding and they got a half hour to kill, and they stop by an open house. Does it ever sell it? Sure, but the odds are so low. The idea is real estate agents want exposure. The idea that, if an open house can create exposure that other things can't, let me put it this way. Do people do garage sales, or do they go to Marketplace for Facebook? They go to Marketplace. Yeah. And a lot, there are still the traditional garage sales, but what do those people do? This cup says 30 cents. I'll give you a nickel. And then they don't want to pay what you're offering. It's a different mentality when you have people coming to you. So I don't know.
Good point.
Sorry.
This is the very first of many articles you're going to see like this. Why in the world do you think JP Morgan is looking to buy $1 billion worth of single family homes? I'll tell you why. Because the market is showing signs of stabilization in mortgage rates and prices. Median prices were actually up 9.7% in Atlanta month over month. They were up 0.2% in Miami. So things are starting to change just a little bit. And look at what JP Morgan's doing right here, guys. Pay attention.
Yep. You never know. We'll see. Again, the market is not horrible. It's just not.
I'm pretty sure those guys at those big banks follow us on social media and they listen to us.
Totally.
I'm pretty sure.
View our podcast on Friday, talk about them on Monday, make their decisions on Tuesday. It's obvious.
It's pretty simple.